So these are like the less sweet ones. The boozy one, the sweet creamy one, the loud sex bombs, and those ones are my favorite. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're new, hi. I do a lot of videos on beauty and fragrance, especially fragrance lately. If that sounds like your thing, if you're obsessed with fragrance and beauty, definitely subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I love making these videos for you guys. This is a continuation of my series on the single note explorations. So if you haven't already seen, I have a raspberry video out and I also have a coconuts video out. I will link those down below. Today we are going to focus on passion fruit. So passion fruit is a fruit that, while I have not eaten it very much, I love the scent, I love the flavor. It tends to be something that I've only had mostly like artificial versions of or heavily sweetened versions. I think there's like I think I remember like in Latin America they have a drink called like granadillo or something, and it's like super sweet passion fruit. And I'm not really like a sweet drink person, but that one, yes, I like it. So passion fruit is just a very luscious tropical, bursting with sweetness, a little bit of sourness. And when I think of like a taste, I think of like a red taste. So like cherry, it's not like cherry, but do you know what I mean? Like a red fruit, like it's a bursting full of sweetness and juiciness, and it's yummy. I love the name passion fruit. It really is a passionate fruit to me. So let's get into it. I don't have as many passion fruit fragrances as I would like to share with you, so I am going to talk about a few that are on my radar that I think look really interesting, and yeah, let you know about those too. So the ones that I have here for you are all a little bit different from each other, so there's at least that, and I'm excited to go through those with you. The first one we have here is Aqua Allegoria Passiflora, and this is a very, very bright citrusy passion fruit. So yeah, it just opens with so many citrus notes. Oh, it's mouth-watering, that citrus. Oh, the passion fruit is what makes it, to me, it's like passion fruit punch or like lemonade, because those citruses just come and like perfectly balance out the juicy sweetness of it, and it's very, very watery. This fragrance is very refreshing. It's a hot weather summer perfume. I'm sure it doesn't last long. I say that because I haven't worn it yet, because I've been keeping it for the summer. For that reason, I don't wear these kinds of scents outside of summer. Oh, it's so refreshing, and it just has enough sweetness to kind of cut the sourness of the citrus. But yeah, to me it's like a passion fruit lemonade. And that grapefruit, I get a lot of grapefruit in it too. So it's really the grapefruit and the passion fruit. Really, really pretty. So this is your very light, fresh, effervescent, bright, citrusy, summery passion fruit for the hottest days. Really, really nice. Look forward to wearing that this summer on the very hot days, like today, like right now. I'm in air conditioning right now, but it's, I think with the humidity factor, it's like 40 degrees Celsius. It's disgusting. So next up we have, by the house of Rasasi, we have Jasmine Wisp. La Yuqawam Jasmine Wisp. And this is your over-the-top tropical sweet coconutty passion fruit. This is a Gourmand passion fruit. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is an edible, fruity passion fruit, but like in a gourmand way, with that coconut, and it has those white florals in there, the vanilla, the coconut, really blended into the passion fruit. It's so delicious. Very tropical, very loud, very sexy, juicy tropical passion fruit, but this one I would wear more for like an evening out in the summer or something, because it's loud, it's intense, and I mean, lots of people would never wear this in the summer. They would find it too strong. But I'm saying if you wanted to wear this in the summer, it wouldn't be in the high heat of the day. Next up we have, by the house of Mugler, we have Angel Muse, and this is the EDT, the Eau de Toilette, and this is the one that has the beautiful passion fruit Yes, the beautiful passion fruit opening. This is one of my favorite perfumes in my collection. This is a very, very peculiar sort of fragrance because the passion fruit note is juxtaposed with a chocolatey patchouli that at first initial spray, when I first sprayed this, I didn't understand it and I found it very jarring, but it's absolutely interesting, intoxicating, and sexy, and really, really delicious once you get it. Which, so like, I don't know, you know, maybe that's why it makes it's polarizing in that way, because I think people like it. Like, I think most people will like the smell of it on other people, but on yourself, it might be polarizing for you. It might not be your kind of scent. It's a loud scent. Like Jasmine Wisp, but this one has a little bit more of an edge to it. Jasmine Wisp is very feminine. This one is also, but it's also a little bit more edgy. I don't know. So I really, 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 really love this, and this is actually one of my favorite scents in my collection. So yeah, and that passion fruit opening is really, really beautiful. It eventually dies down, but to be honest, it lasts pretty long, and that's what makes me really like the eau de toilette over the eau de parfum. The eau de parfum does not have that passion fruit in it. Oh, I love it. Next up, we have a very woody passion fruit, and this is by the House of Montale. Yeah, and when I first smelled this, I was a little bit put off by it. It's definitely more of a wet, earthy, woody passion fruit. It's very long lasting and has a really nice, sexy dry down to it. So this opens with the passion fruit, the oud, and the pineapple, and I do get all three of those. And the bergamot, well, I mean, maybe is an afterthought, but to me, I just get those three. It's ample enough. Directly under that, you do get that rose violet. This is definitely a more unisex sort of passion fruit in my collection. It's definitely a lot more oudy. It's more woody too. I have some of Jasmine Wisp on my fingers. You can have a little bit of an air freshener vibe to it. Some of the Montale fragrances that are a little bit more fruity and things like that can have a air freshener sort of vibe to them, and they really need to be like dried down and like on your skin for a while and to really sort of morph into a really beautiful scent. But yeah, this is one of those, a very strong passion fruit and pineapple oud, tropical passion fruit with a lot of woods. Next up, we have by the House of Carolina Herrera, or Herrera, Carolina Herrera. And this is a rum and passion fruit fragrance. Rum, passion fruit, vanilla. Yeah, I just get that rum and the passion fruit right away. Sweet, vanilla, warm, musky. So yeah, so rum and passion fruit. This is supposed to be like a boozy, sexy, sweet, passion fruity vanilla. I have to be honest, this is not one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. It's something that many years ago I probably would have worn the hell out of and worn all the time. But now I just have better fragrances in my collection. That said, you know, like, I do want to reach for it more. And I'd love to know your thoughts if you have this or you have thoughts about Carolina Herrera, because I have also, where is it? Oh, anyway, I have which one is it? The one in the pink bottle, very sexy or sexy 212 or something. Anyway, I went through almost an entire bottle of that a few years ago, and when I bought this last year, I was kind of I wanted to try another one from that line, but a different one, because I was getting sick of that one, and it was a very easy reach for me for years, and I just kind of got sick of it. And this one definitely shares that DNA. So if you know that one, or if you know of that one, I know, like, I remember I had a friend and she thought it smelled terrible. She thought it smelled cheap. And so, you know, to each their own. Not everyone likes the Carolina Herrera bottles, like these. But I do think they're like a very easy, sweet, safe vanilla scent. This one has that passion fruit and rum opening. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Love by Sofia Vergara. This is another very affordable little gem, and her sister is the more well-known one, right? Which is just Sofia. This is Love, and this one is a very creamy, sweet passion fruit. To me, it's like a passion fruits and cream scent. Okay, so while a lot of people compare this to black opium, and I understand, even I have compared it to that, so yes, I get it. But I don't reach for this the same way that I reach for black opium, and I understand why now, and that's because black opium is a lot more vanillic coffee, white florals. This one is a lot more like milky passion fruit to me, and it's a lot more light and creamy and jovial. So this is something that I don't wear in the same context as black opium necessarily. This is a lot more of like a really nice, sweet, cuddly gourmand passion fruit scent to me. Sweet and creamy. I really do get the passion fruit in here, and I really like it. I really like it over that creamy, I guess, sort of black opium-esque vanilla coffee base. This one's a lot more light and fluffy than black opium, and sweet and fruity and tropical. Very fun, very airy, very sweet. And you know, is this an amazing fragrance? Not necessarily. It's not, you know, the most long lasting or anything like that, but for the price, you know, these I think you can get for $20. Excellent. And guys, there was a time when, you know, $20 for me was the max that I spent on a fragrance. So finding a $20 fragrance that's actually really good is really awesome, is really cool, is really exciting when you find it. And $20 on a bad, crappy fragrance is not $20 well spent. So when you find one that is really, really good, it's so surprising, right? But this is one of those. And the other one, of course, is also good, but that one gets a lot of hype, so, you know. And this one gets a lot of hate, or I don't want to say hate, but this one gets a lot of flack for being, this is the less loved sister, you know, but, and I'm gonna admit, I was there too with her, but you know what? She's actually quite nice. She's quite nice. So out of here, so to recap, I would say that my absolute favorites in here are definitely going to be these two. Maybe this one first, but these two. These two are solid number ones for me, my highest, best recommendations. These are also out of here, except for the Montale, the most long-lasting, best performers out of the bunch. This one, like I said, really, really great, fresh, citrus, clean sort of passion fruit. Some people might find it too sour, though, I will say. Like I said, to me, it's kind of like a passion fruit lemonade. Your everyday pickup around the house, going out for groceries, going to bed, but want to feel a little bit comforted, want to go read a book, need to get yourself psyched up to do some work from home. Spray away, enjoy, and some creamy passion fruit. And then on the lower end, but because, you know, I still need to talk about them, and they're in here and they have passion fruit. VIP is the one that I would say is on the bottom of my list. I don't have enough experience with it, to be honest, because I was kind of disappointed when God, why am I talking about it, right? No, but I still need to talk about it. We still need to talk about these fragrances. Some of y'all, I'm sure, have wondered what this smells like, have wondered if it's a secret hidden gem. I'm here to tell you it's kind of in the middle. It's not bad, and once upon a time I might have even loved this. And some of you might love it still, so I still want to mention it. But this one's on the lower end for me. It might also just be because that DNA of this house and this specific perfume is just like, I can't do it anymore because I've been, you know, I have history that goes back 10 years with it. So it might just be a bias like that as well. And then lastly, we have the Tropical Woods, which is the very tropical wood, which is definitely the more unisex sort of passion fruit very loud, projecting, but with equal measures of woodiness, oudiness, and pineapple. And a little bit of rose, violet, powderiness, muskiness. There you go. Not as sweet as, you know, not as sweet as basically all the other ones except for this one. So these are like the less sweet ones. The boozy one, the sweet creamy one, the loud sex bombs, and those ones are my favorites. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what your favorite passion fruit fragrance is, what your favorite passion fruit fragrances are. Some other passion fruit fragrances that I looked up that I thought looked kind of interesting. There was by Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Incanto Charms and Incanto Shine. Both of those I think are more of like a fresh, aquatic, summery sort of tropical scent. Definitely on the more affordable side. I have seen those before at Shoppers Drug Mart in the liquidation like clearance aisle before. There is a Bulgari Omnia scent that is sort of like a white floral citrus, slightly gourmandish looking sort of passion fruit. There's Tommy Girl Weekend Getaway by Tommy Hilfiger that looks kind of fun. And then the ones that I'm the most interested in are Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi and Kirke. Again, I don't know how to pronounce these. I'm terribly sorry. Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi and Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi. Both of those are passion fruit heavy and look absolutely lovely. So those are very interesting to me. I might go more for the Cassiopeia just because Kirke is so closely related to Erba Pura and all its dupes. So, and I already have a few of those, so maybe to try something a little bit different. And then we also have Pretty Fruity by Montale, and this is a musky, fruity scent that is passion fruit heavy. And so that one looks kind of interesting to me. And I'm sure there's lots of other ones too, but those are the ones that I checked out and that, you know, stood out to me. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below if you... Do you hear my dog? Please let me know down below if you like passion fruit in your fragrance. If you do, if you have a favorite passion fruit fragrance. And as always, please let me know down below if there is ever a note that you want to hear more about. Any special requests, any kind of note special requests, please drop them down below. I definitely take your suggestions to heart, and they definitely affect the programming I have for you. So thank you so much for watching once again. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Ring the notification bell if you haven't already, that way you'll never miss any of my uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please take care of yourself. I'll see you very soon. Bye.